So participation of a landowner in final design, that's a tricky one. We run a business and we try and maximize the profitability of a project, which will mean that the landowner will get his land value, his high land value or fair land value, plus he will share in the profits. So markets change. Over a 5-year period, what might have worked 1 year ago, let's say it was a 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom, 50 square meter apartment, might not work 5 years later. The market might have changed and the demand and the demographics have changed in that area, where a person might want a 3 or 4 bedroom townhouse. So we've got to be flexible to adjust according to that, and we try and predict where the demand is going, and we get it right most of the time. When it comes to the design, it's very tricky for us when a landowner has a vision, and I'm happy to entertain the vision. I'm not saying don't have a vision, but we always base our developments on a fundamental principle. What does the market in that area want? Can we deliver the best product for that market profitably and provide a value for money product? Now, whether that means it's not a fancy house because the people in that area or the demand in that area comes from people that can't afford very expensive finishes and high rates per square meter, then we can't go and do that. We can't go, and I see that sometimes where it's land also becomes an emotional thing. It's been in the family for a long time, and people have a vision of they want to build these palaces and villas on this piece of land. And while anything is possible in this life, I do believe that it might not make financial sense for us to do that. So we'll be upfront about that. We're happy to work with the landowner and to tell them what we want to do, but we need flexibility. I'm not saying we will go and secure a piece of land from a landowner where they say, okay, let's say it's in the southern suburbs of Cape Town. They might have a big piece of land that they've subdivided and they're living in the house behind or in front, and they want us to come and develop behind them. In that instances, the landowner will say to us, guys, I don't want 20 apartments here when I've got a 30 million rand house standing here or 50 million rand house. And that is completely understandable. So we will then contractually agree that we can only do 3 houses. And the minimum size of a house needs to be 300 or 400 square meters or something like that. We can put something in place. But if you're talking about massive projects that are more of a precinct or a city or a town that we're developing, there it's very flexible. You need to have that flexibility because also the development takes very long. From the day we start breaking ground, that might be a 10-year, 20-year development. And things change. I can't predict 5 years in the future. I wish I could. I would be a much wealthier man. So we plan these developments, and that's very important, is you plan them with redundancy and optionality. So we'll plan a piece of development and we'll say, okay, we can do apartments there, but we can also do houses. And if we need to, we can switch it around to a retail center or to industrial, warehousing and things like that. So we need to have that optionality because the market changes. You don't want to have a product that you can't sell in the market. So we designed that from the start, and that's where a lot of the time we get landowners who have started a rezoning or township process. They've gone and employed the services of a town planner, and the landowner says, well, I'm an educated guy, I'm a good businessman, I'm a CEO or a manager or a director of a company, or I'm an attorney or an accountant or something. And that landowner then says he can do it himself. And then they realize 6 months down the line, it's not that easy, it's difficult. And then the rezoning process has commenced, and there's certain things that have been locked in. For us, it's crucial then to see whether those things that have been committed to from a town planning point of view can actually be done, whether it's feasible. Because if you do the wrong thing, then it's very difficult. You have to then go back and almost start from afresh. So it's easier then to almost go to a piece of land that doesn't have zoning in place for us to be able to start and do the right things. And there's small little mistakes that can be made by a landowner, limiting the size of the units, or saying that the units have to be a minimum of a certain size, or saying that you can only do 10 units when the market actually in the area wants 20 or 30 units, committing to certain upgrades to the municipality, letting the municipality catch you with things to say that you must pay a lot of money for road upgrades, sewer upgrades, and not negotiating with them or not knowing your rights as a private landowner to say, no, I'm not doing that. So environmental concerns, things like that, approaching the environmental authorities or using environmentalists that are bunny huggers and don't actually know what the hell they're doing, and making a lot of trouble with environmental departments, saying there's things in place which are not actually there, or a lot of these guys will have ulterior motives to try and sterilize land development working against you. So we have to then come in and sort out these problems, if there are problems. Hopefully there aren't. But yeah, that's how it works.